Right. Ah, I know that I'm on, but all these pop-ups are coming up. Oh no, why is this doing this to me? Happy Sunday, guys. It's almost noon. Hey, Carissa. Hey, Doodle Doge. Is that like Doodle Doge, like as in Dogecoin? Doodle Doge. Hey, Scarlett. Oh my God. Hello, Kim. Hello, Scarlett. Jenna, my girl. I finally made it on your live. Yes, you did. Jonathan, morning. Morning. Sophie, I just thought of my SP and boom, there you are. I feel so aligned. Hey, Kim. Hey, Sophie. Black cat manifestation. Hi, Kim. Hi. Carissa, love your hair. Thank you. Sophie, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Lisa, you guys know that I've been manifesting my hair changes, right? And it's like crazy ridiculous. I love it. Okay, anyway, Lisa, I'm not going to get too into that. Lisa, hey Kim, huge fan, sending love from Ireland. Thank you, Lisa. I'm sending love back to you, and I'm sending love to all of you guys. Sending healing to all of you guys. A ton of love. Channeling all of this energy so you can really just literally realize that you are fully loved and adored and cherished. And whatever is in your heart and soul is the real truest version of you. Whatever you deeply truly want is the truest version of you. Okay. um okay, let me see. Hold on, something weird is coming up on my computer. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so anyway, I don't really want to mess this up. Hold on, I'm having these weird pop-ups happen. Okay, I'm still on. Yay. All right, so let me get back to some of you guys. CC James, perfect timing. I'm off today and was just in a meditation of all I'm grateful for. Grateful for you, Kim. Thank you. I'm grateful for you too. I'm grateful for all of you guys. I'm really grateful for all of you guys. Sunday blessings. By the way, while I say that, I want you guys to realize that I don't like, this is what's so funny. Sometimes this crosses my mind. You know how a lot of you guys, if your communication with your person isn't quite the way you want it, like you may go into assumptions and you know your assumptions are actually what is being reflected back to you. So let's say that the communication with your specific person was kind of waning off and you were getting in your feelings about it, and then you started making assumptions that you weren't as important, or that maybe they were, I'm not going to bring in other things into your mind to get your mind wandering or whatever, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. And so then you go into your assumptions and you go back into your fear. Now you're in your wound, and now you're thinking and feeling from your wound, which means now you're thinking and feeling from being the self-concept of you that actually isn't who you truly are. And you're not really seeing your person for who they truly are. So I wanted to bring this up because I don't know. It's very 3D, but I think it might help. This isn't what the video's about. This is just something that just came into my head. When you guys are commenting, for example, on my videos, I read all of your comments. I mean, maybe not in real time, but I read them, and when I read them, I smile and I feel so grateful. And in my mind, I'm like responding to a lot of you guys. And sometimes I just don't have the energy within me to be able to reply to everybody. Same with emails. You guys might email me, and obviously I'm one person, so I can't necessarily reply to each and every email. But I just want you to know that even though you're not hearing back from me, I am feeling all of it. I'm loving you guys. And I just want you to realize that it's the same thing with your person. If in the past, what led to the separation, which remember, separation is just an illusion. If you were thinking that you weren't cared for and loved because they weren't responding to you right away, and then you went into your story about it, and then you kept fueling that story, and then you kept getting into your wounds, and now you're creating from your fears. That's how I want you to realize you're creating your reality from your subconscious and conscious thoughts. And so if the trauma is still alive and well in you, your person is mirroring it back to you. So just try to really step into that and realize what's happening. Okay. Do I believe, Vanessa, hey, do I believe that everyone should manifest their person back under every single circumstance? No, I don't, because I do believe I have hard boundaries. I have hard boundaries, just as far as things related to like harmful, true physical abuse and things like that. For me, that's a big no. Um, the term narcissist gets thrown around a lot. And so let's be really clear, right? A true narcissist is somebody that has little, no, excuse me, they have zero empathy or compassion. It is literally impossible for them to feel and to love. So if you were having an experience where somebody who was just completely like a stone cold, like abusive, and tried to destroy you and tear you down, no, I don't think you should continue trying to manifest them back, even if it's possible to. I just think this way. Life is really short. And if you had that kind of experience with somebody, as you go through your middle, you are going to probably experience old bits and pieces of the old story of your experience with them. Those are those moments. Those are the dead flowers, right? Those are the cut flowers that are in bloom and you know they're going to wither away. But the bloom itself, even though flowers in bloom are beautiful, like you guys and like me, that when when the old story is in bloom, it really hurts and it can really feel real. And you can really experience things in the 3D that might be truly traumatic that you might not be able to, you know, get past. So that's why I think if you really, 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 truly had an experience with somebody who was truly a narcissist, okay, there's no true feelings there. They were truly just using you like a puppet. There was nothing but, you know, you can feel that even the love itself wasn't actually genuine love. It was all a game. I say no. I say do all of the self-love and do the inner work. Do all the inner work exactly how I teach and other coaches that are reliable and genuine. And then imagine having the love with your person, having like an amazing, beautiful, loving, healthy, secure relationship. You are fully cherished and adored. You're loved so good. And your love is so good that they absolutely, completely would never take a chance of ever losing you. That you guys are complete within yourselves, but it's like you complete each other. It's like when you're holding each other, you literally cannot tell where you end and they begin. That's kind of like how it feels when me and Hannah hold each other. It's like our bodies just melt together. We cannot tell. It's the most amazing, incredible experience. Now, have I held other people before and it felt good? Yeah. But this is a completely different experience, like when it's your one. So anyway, why, Hannah always, obviously I always get distracted by my feelings for Hannah because I mean, obviously he's my love. But the reason why I brought that up was that if you truly had an experience with somebody who was a narcissist, I'm going to question, why are you so in love? Why are you so hung up on it? Okay. And so if anybody has that experience, feel free to ask the question. Hopefully I can see it. But from my perspective, if it was true physical, harmful, emotional, psychological abuse, and it's not just that you guys were fighting and saying words and you were immature and all of your baggage was coming up, their baggage was coming up. It was like mass chaos, like, oh my God, and you guys were just like fighting and this and that. That's different. If it was true abuse, absolutely not. The other thing where, if I wanted to talk about this too. So I am all over the place today, but I believe it's going to help somebody. when we say that you can literally have the love of your life, that you're the one that decides, that all of this and that doesn't mean that in your 3D reality, you push and you push and you push and you don't respect boundaries. And I remember somebody, this was from like well over probably a year and a half ago, and she just wasn't quite getting the whole thing. And she said that she literally went up to her person in the 3D when he asked her for space. And she went up to him and said, I demand for you to be with me because I literally always get what I want. And we belong together. And you don't have any choice but to be with me. How do you think that went over? So in the 3D, don't do that. That's kind of relatively ridiculous. Okay. You have to just accept that if you guys love each other and you guys have this special, incredible bond, you have to really just accept that there is no separation. The physical is just an illusion of the solidified 3D matter. And on an energetic level, you guys are together as one, and you were before you guys even met. Okay. So just try to remember that. So anyway, the topic here was don't fuel the past version of you or your person. The words, the arguments, anything that is making you feel in any way insecure or frustrated, scared, or sad, all of those were your fears being presented in front of you so you could go within and heal the little trauma wounds that are inside of you from when you were growing up, for example. You have to realize that those things were all just a bridge and it was all necessary and it really is okay. All right. So let me just flip over here for 1 second and take a sip of water. And I am in the middle of a fast, and I think I'm just about, let me fix this. Sorry. I'm in kind of a 19-hour right now. So I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I love fasting because I do really see results quickly. So if you guys are looking to manifest weight loss, I know a lot of people want to like focus on I'm able to lose weight and they still want to eat like donuts, cakes, potato chips, all of the things that are horrible for their system. And they think that they're going to get like super muscular without ever lifting a weight in the gym. And while maybe that's possible for some people, I mean, really step back from it. And I know I just veered off for a second, but I just thought I would bring this up. How many people have you seen even on YouTube, and I'm not going to name names, but there are a couple really good teachers that are actually extremely physically fit. And they actually show themselves in the gym. Okay. So working out is part of getting in shape and being healthy and gaining muscle and losing fat and all of that. From my perspective, when you are stepping into your power and you are living and feeling from the self-concept of being in good physical shape, like you love your physique, you feel strong, slender, muscular, thin, whatever it is that you want to be. When you feel into being that version of you, and then you imagine that you are your goal weight and you live from and you think from and you feel from being that goal weight, how I lost at one point, God, over 100 pounds. How I believe it works in my reality with manifesting is that I will end up being inspired to do the very specific things that are going to be perfect for my body, for my system. And instead of it taking, say, a year, maybe it'll only take me 2 or 3 months. But I'm not going to wake up going to sleep one morning with my body one way and then wake up one morning and my body is completely 100% different. If you want to believe that that's possible, and if you can trust in that and believe in that, by all means, do you. But from my perspective, manifesting is all about once you accept this version of you, then you're going to actually get all of the information shown to you. Who knows how many ways, but the information is going to come to you. And then you are going to be in that timeline of being able to get from where you are right now to where you want to be much, much quicker. So instead of taking 10 steps, it'll take 2 or 3 steps. Again, instead of taking a year, it might take 2 or 3 months. But you'll be amazed that when you just surrender to the process, how quickly everything will just kind of come towards you, and it's working through you. It's not that you're attracting the things to you in that law of attraction way of like, I need to match my frequency, because that's all kind of really confusing. The law of assumption is much, much, much simpler, although getting to a place of acceptance might be much, much more challenging, okay? Because you're faced with your limiting fears, worries, and doubts. But with the law of assumption, it truly is you accepting the version of you that you want to be on every level, okay? And that you can experience whatever, if you can really feel deeply into having something or being with somebody or having the money that you deserve, the promotion that you deserve, the success that you deserve, if you want to create something, no matter what it is that you are feeling deeply in your soul, if it's that thing that makes you feel like leaping, like it feels really good, this is who I truly am. And it's just that you experience things in your 3D reality that went against you. Those things in your 3D reality are for you. Those things in your 3D reality are literally teaching you by you facing them and saying, no, no, I'm not accepting this. This isn't true. I know that we belong together if it's you and your person. I know that we were created to love each other. I know that we are each other's true love. I know that you feel for me as deeply as I feel for you. I know that these are just my limiting beliefs coming up so I can look at them and heal them from my perspective. Okay. As far as if you're not being treated the way you deserve to be treated, for example, at your job. Oh, I want to give a really quick example of something with Hannah that he gave me permission to share. I don't know how long ago it was because time for me is very blurry, but I was like, I'm going to think about how I can say this without giving out too many private details, but I think this will be helpful for you guys, like if you're looking to manifest money or promotion. So let me just think this through for a sec. Because I don't want to say too much information. All right, so here's it in a nutshell. So Hannah's like really brilliant and he's an engineer and he's like so incredibly valuable, and he's valuable to the company he works for. He deserves to be paid much more than he deserves to be paid. So he was focusing in on, we were talking about it, he was focusing in on the exact amount that he deserves to be paid, as well as the fact that he deserves to have a promotion. So this is not going to be a lot of detail, but very soon, I'm talking within literally a very short time of that becoming a conversation, a couple things happened. A couple people who he has worked with for years got promotions into very high positions. And so I was like, this is the writing on the wall. This is evidence. And then a little time passed. We talked more about it. He got more clear, went more into trust, accepting it and thinking about it, talking about it. And then, like, I swear, I feel like it was just a couple days later. And he texted me and said something like, we just got out of a meeting and they just said that they're about to be giving out promotions and raises like it was candy or something like that. And this, at first I thought, oh, this is awesome. He's like doing the inner work perfectly. But then when we talked, he said, no, that actually happened. I was like, whoa. I was like, that was like super fast movement. And that's because he's a very powerful person and he thinks and feels things very vividly. So anyway, I wanted to bring that up because that's how quickly your reality actually shifts and changes. When things like that happen, you're actually in the timeline, excuse me, of being in that end. So I did a video years ago about a fun way that you can think about timelines. And there, if you imagine being having let's think of it this way. I like this one. If there was 10 lanes, even though there are infinite realities, think that there were only 10. And when you go deep into your trust of being the version of you that has whatever it is that you want, the relationship, the life, the home, all of this stuff, whatever feels realistic to you. And I mean that when you are letting go of your limits, okay? Because what I want and what you want might be two different things, right? So I might want to have a life that my home life looks very different than what you want. So it wouldn't make sense for me to try to manifest what you want. It only makes sense for me to manifest what comes up in my soul. Okay. Does that make sense? So, anyway, when I accept that whatever feels like this is what I want deep down with my person, with my career, with finances, with my clients, with whatever the area is, when I accept the truth that this is actually me and this is done, this already exists. And I imagine that that end exists in this lane that's right here in front of me, right? That end exists right there. And then there are, say, 9 other lanes. And at all of those different ends, there are different outcomes. So maybe there's one that I don't have the things that I have in this one. And I'm not going to be talking about limiting beliefs, but let's just imagine that there are basically 10 different ends that exist, even though they're infinite. When I go into my healing, for example, and I also go into my trust, and I've also, I've forgiven myself, I've forgiven everyone else in my reality on whatever the situation is, and that I go into feeling deeply into being this version of me now that is in alignment with the ideal end. I am in that timeline. Okay. And then I get triggered. And now I'm in a possibly, not necessarily, I get triggered. And let's say I get triggered and I really, really, really believe that this isn't possible. It's not going to happen. Let's say this, that I get really triggered and I start to spiral down and I give up temporarily. I give up. Let's say when I do that, I'm like, yeah, this isn't true. This isn't happening. I don't know how to do this. Then I'm in a different self concept. So then I've gone over into maybe this lane or this lane or this lane with these other potential, with these other variables, these other realities that are all still existing. A lot of you guys get freaked out because you think, oh, I've messed everything up. Now I have to start over. But the truth is, you don't have to start over. All you have to do is literally shift like over back again. You don't have to worry that you have to start from scratch. You just have to level up again. You just have to get empowered again. You have to just take care of your feelings, be nurturing with your emotions, not in a way that you're going to be, oh, let's talk about nurturing your emotions for a second. You don't want to nurture your emotions by validate your emotions by saying, yeah, they do treat you like this and that, and you deserve a lot more, and this and that, and you're right. And you don't, that's 3D, like that's the kind of validation in the 3D when you're looking for sympathy from people. You're looking for sympathy. You want people to agree with you. You want people to say, yeah, you deserve better. Yeah. They shouldn't have treated you that way. You're right. You should be upset. That's 3D stuff. You don't do that with your emotions. What you do with your emotions is you step back and you say, okay, this emotion that I have, I'm not going to shove my emotions down, because what I resist, if I'm afraid to feel these emotions because I'm afraid the emotions are going to destroy my manifestation, then I'm rejecting myself. I'm abandoning myself, and I'm not taking care of the little part of me that's alive within me in my that is kind of creating these all of these situations that I don't want. So it's not that you're validating the emotion, you're just giving yourself the love that you need, but you're telling yourself, yes, I know that this hurt way back when you were a kid when this happened to you, but you were worthy back then. You deserve to have the love that you deserve. What's happening now is just an opportunity for you to heal. And you are perfect in everything that you say and everything that you do already. You're loved unconditionally. I love you. You're secure with me. You're going to be safe. You're going to be cared for. I am loving you. I'm adoring you. You are literally a treasure. I'm proud of you. You deserve to have all the love that you deserve to have. You deserve to have everything that you want. And if you don't believe that, then that's a lie, because you were always, always deserving. You were born perfectly. And anything that happened to you when you were younger was not evidence of you not being worthy. It was just an experience, unfortunately, that happened. And as a child, you didn't know that it wasn't your fault. So give the little inner child the love that it needs when you're hurting. Don't like take the wound that you projected onto your person of abandonment, of being rejected, of not being important, of not being prioritized, um, of just proof that you never get what you want, or proof that if you love, you're going to be hurt, or you shouldn't look forward to this because it's really not safe, that the other shoe is going to drop. If you allow yourself to be loved and you allow yourself to be open up, sure enough, you're going to be hurt. In the 3D, that may be the experience that you had, but you have to realize that that wound is just coming up for you to heal it. And then when you heal it and you remain in trust of your true love, then the two of you guys will be able to be together. Okay. And how isn't up to you? How is up to God? When isn't up to you? When is up to God? God did create you to be the God in your reality. So just trust in that and step into your power and into your divinity, which is pure love. It's not fear. It's not ego. Okay. So the agitation, the desperation, the anxiousness that you're feeling, if you're feeling that horrible kind of, I hate this feeling of fight or flight, that wound that's in your system, and it's kind of like almost like it's a horrible feeling. Do research if it's safe for you. Do a cold water face plunge to get yourself out of fight flight mode. And that just gives you a chance to feel cool, calm, and relax again. Then go into some deep breathing and give the little part of you the love that it needed back then. And then when you can, go back into your trust of your person and do the inner work. Okay, do the inner work of, we love each other, we adore each other, we were created for each other, we're perfect for each other in every way. Thank you for loving me so perfectly. Thank you for always prioritizing me. Thank you for always showing me how much I matter to you. Thank you for giving me all of this love. I love how you love me. I love how you cherish me and adore me. I love being loved by you, and I love loving you. I love how perfect we are for each other. I love that we are one. I love feeling this love with you. I love experiencing life with you. Thank you for always expressing your feelings to me. Thank you for always communicating your feelings to me. Thank you for always trusting in me. Thank you for proving to me that I can trust you. I love us. I love our love. I love how I think I'm starting to run out of, but anyway, so you want to love yourself and then go into that kind of love. Okay. For some of you guys who you're staying in a loop over and over and over and over again, if you continue to do the inner work and then continue to just check your 3D reality. I don't care. No more excuses. You can make up a million and one excuses of why you need to do what you're doing in the 3D. You need to figure it out. You need to stop getting triggered by the 3D. And if that means to protect the love, if it means going no contact, I don't mean in a manipulative 3D way, but if it means if you need to be able to go into your inner world to feel the true version of the two of you guys without getting triggered, that's what you need to do. And if you're in a situation where you guys work together or it's just something that you have to be in contact with them, you're smart enough to figure it out. Ask God for guidance. Thank you for guiding me and helping me to understand what I need to do in my 3D reality to stay focused and disciplined and in trust. Thank you for helping me stay in trust. Thank you for helping me stay feeling in my end. Thank you for proving to me that all of this is true and real. Thank you for always loving me. Thank you. I'm so grateful that I always see evidence in my reality more and more every day. Okay. Um, okay, so let me go up a little bit now. Um, so don't feel the past version of you or your person. I know that a lot of you guys are stuck in the old story. You want to make a choice that when you wake up in the morning, you're going to do the best you can to this is what I like to do. I would wake up in the morning when I was in separation from Hannah. And Hannah, so my biggest manifestation, I've manifested so much in my reality. Everything from the retail business that was an experiment, so I can prove manifestation is real, from different homes, cars, whatever. But Hannah was my biggest manifestation. Um, Meaning because the relationship and all of the fears around it were so deep, and to be able to experience the love, that was huge to me, because love to me is everything, and ego and fear is, it just doesn't matter. So how I managed to, like, the process for me, and it could change day to day, but for the most part, in general, and each day feeds into the next. So I would wake up in the morning, and oftentimes I would just kind of, the moment I would become aware of thought, I would give thanks to God for creating me as being the creator. Thank you for loving me so deeply. Thank you for always handling everything for me. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for showing me everything that I need to know. And there were always all different affirmations that I would say. I would just kind of say whatever was coming up in me, but always being super thankful for everything that I've manifested, everything that I had in my life. Then I would go into self-concept work. Then I would go into self-love. And oftentimes I would feel Hannah and feel his body right next to me. And I would kind of feel, after I've done all of the self-love, I would feel his weight of his body right on top of me. And I would just feel him, and I would smell him, and imagine us laughing together and looking in each other's eyes, and imagine us kissing. And then I would imagine having inner conversations. And the inner conversations, which are private, I'm not going to share, were basically all around us and the truest versions of us. And I would just imagine having those inner conversations with him. And I never thought of that inner work as being fake. I never thought of, this isn't real. this might not happen. I believed and I knew when I went deeply into that is a true experience that I was having with him, and like kissing him and imagining what it feels like for our bodies to be against each other, imagining everything on every level very deeply. So, from my perspective, while I was in that exact moment when I was doing that inner work, I knew that he felt it as I was feeling it. I also knew and trusted that this all was working in our favor. And I especially trusted and knew that I didn't have to do anything in my 3D reality unless that something, if I was urged to do something and it felt like inspiration, if I was urged out of love and unconditional love, and I didn't care what was said in the 3D back to me, or if nothing was said, for example, when I could do that in such confidence because I felt and I trusted so deeply in our end together and I trust God so much, then I would go ahead and do it. And then if I did something, and then if something did trigger me, I would have to go back within and go back into just doing the same inner work. Then I would stay on such a clean mental diet all day. So that means that if anything came up in my mind that went against that, anything at all, I would catch that and not fuel it. I would do things like realize he's thinking of me and feeling me right now because we're one. He's loving me right now because we are truly one. Okay. I would go back into my trust, and then I would just naturally, literally have so many imaginary acts. Like if I went down in my elevator, I imagined feeling him right in front of me and us laughing and him coming up to me and us kissing. I imagined us holding hands, walking outside, walking around together, going shopping. No matter what I was doing all day, I wasn't having to imagine that he was right next to me, and oh, God forbid, if I stopped imagining this, I'm ruining everything. I would just literally have a million and one little visions of us. And maybe for 2 seconds, if I was watching TV at night with the dogs, I would just close my eyes for a second, anywhere from 2 to 10 seconds. What would it feel like right now if he was literally holding me? What would that feel like? And then that's it. It wasn't complicated. So I would do the inner work that I described earlier in the morning, midday, somewhere midday. And then as I was going to sleep, if you can only do it morning and as you're going to sleep, then fine. But somewhere all throughout the day, even if no matter what you're doing, guys, it's not hard to close your eyes for a second and just have like, just imagine for a second. But the thing is that you imagine knowing that it's all working. Okay, now, so if your 3D reality then shows something for you and you're not able to go back in and do your inner work and it's too much of a trigger, that's when you give yourself the love that you need in that moment. And you tell yourself it's okay. You're still manifesting everything that you want. Crying is good and it's not affecting anything. They still love me. They still adore me. We still belong together. The end of us still exists. I trust in this. I trust in myself. I trust in them. I trust in God. So what is happening right now doesn't friggin' matter. But there's a little part of me that needs so much love. Okay. So that's what you kind of do. Staying on a strict mental diet. Sometimes when you guys are commenting under videos, just by the comments alone, I can see that you're actually not staying on a strict mental diet because you go too far into your old story. Like a strict mental diet truly is that, let's put it this way, you start to have a thought about the old story. Oh, okay, hold on. Is that in alignment with our love together? Is that in alignment with us being the strongest, healthiest, loving, most passionate version of us? No, then I'm not giving this my energy or attention anymore. This doesn't, it's literally not worthy of my thoughts. My mind is my kingdom of heaven. My imagination is creating my reality. If I allow these these fears and worries to fester, then I'm not I'm no longer in my kingdom of heaven. Okay? So see those things as they come up. If they're not a deep trigger, then just say, no, what do I want? Is this in alignment with what do I want? No, yes, keep thinking it. No, stop. What do I want? Go back into your end. You can have, like, you can literally have a group of 5 or 6 affirmations. Like I would constantly, another thing I constantly did when we were in separation or if we were arguing, I need to take another sip. I would just say things like, our love is sacred, our love is secure, our love is true, our relationship is safe, we're safe, we make an amazing team together, we love each other, we adore each other, we're perfect for each other, we are each other's other half, we accept this love, we love our love. Like you can have a group of those affirmations ready, just like have them ready on standby. Have it written down on a piece of paper, but throughout the day, glance at it. And if you feel yourself getting triggered, stop yourself and then just look those over really quickly. And then just feel into your end again. Move on with your day. Don't fuel your fears with your attention and energy on them. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Hold on. Another thing is even with me coming on live more often, I'm going to do a membership soon. And the memberships are going to be probably having the access to my live videos. Okay. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but I'm going to do a membership soon. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to come on live more often because I really do love coming on live. And one of the reasons why I stopped coming on live so much is because I was getting something in my 3D reality that every time I went live, I didn't like it. And so I realized that, am I going to allow whatever this is that's coming up to stop me from doing something I really want to do? No, I'm not. So I'm going to start coming on live more, regardless of what, and if this other thing happens that was happening, I don't give a you know what. I am the creator of my reality. God is nudging me and inspiring me to do this. I trust in God. So I'm just going to hand over whatever else happened and then just trust in this. And that's it. If my end exists, that I'm getting super clear about what I want for my channel, for my memberships, for my clients' success, for myself empowering my clients, am I going to allow this fear of this stupid, stupid thing that comes up to stop me? Heck no. Do I trust in God? Yes. Do I trust in my end and I'm clearing it? Yes. So then I'm going to go in and I'm going to go live more often. And I'm going to go by my feeling. I'm not going to go by rules. I'm not going to go by rules of what people say I should do with my channel. I'm just going to go by my gut, by my instincts, by what's deep in my heart, because that is God guiding me. And I trust in that more than anything else. So anyway, I only brought that up because I am going to be figuring out how to do a membership soon. It's funny because when I first started thinking about it, YouTube had offered me $1,000 to do it in November a few months ago, but I didn't do it because I wasn't ready. All right, so I'm going to go down here, and I think I covered the topic enough. Um, I almost read some private things there. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, so don't fuel the past version of yourself with your attention on the past version of you, the past version of your person, the past problems. Don't fuel that anymore because it's not worthy of you. Um, the memories of the arguments and anything that's coming up in your memory that's making you feel insecure is not worthy of you. It's not worthy of your relationship. So stop constantly feeding it and realize that those things were all just the bridge and it was necessary and it's okay. Okay. So just literally, that's what I mean when I say drop it, because those experiences were what needed to come up in your 3D reality. So see it for that. Okay. All right. I'm going to go up now. Let me see how many. Okay. I'm now going into a 20-hour fast. Wow. Do I want to go 4 more hours? No, because I'm hungry, but I could. Anyway, let's see. I need to take a breather. Vec, I'm getting more movement, Kim. Thanks, sis. You're welcome. Happy to help. Happy to be part of your bridge. Lisa, hi, beautiful Kim. Hi, beautiful Lisa. Your new look is so amazing. Thank you. Carla, blessings to you. Bree, no longer missing him. Should it be best to move on? Okay, Bree, no longer missing him. Should it be best to move on? Do you want to move on? If you want to move on, yes, move on. If you feel deep down that you want to move on, then that must not be your person. That's how I see it. If you're no longer missing him or wanting him, move on. Just do you just do the inner work still, but just instead of it being specific around your specific person loving you, have the inner conversations like I described earlier, the inner work that I described that I do earlier. Imagine waking up, do the self-concept work, do the work on thanking God for creating you as being the creator, thanking God for loving you, guiding you, do the self-love. Imagine someone perfect for you, ideal for you, next to you in bed, loving you. Imagine the relationship exactly how you want it. Imagine them on top of you, exactly how I described, but it's just not specific to anyone specific. That's how you bring love into your life, that this person is ideal for you. They're perfect for you. Okay. So just do that, Bree, if that's what you want. Oh, by the way, since your name is Bree, really quick, I just ordered $100 worth of um, dairy-free cheese on Shark Tank because I watched an old episode, and when the sharks were tasting this brie cheese, it's called Regal, I think it's called Regal cheese. They said that you literally could not tell the difference between this cheese, which is basically just a few ingredients. I think it's like cashew based, which is completely ridiculously blows my mind. The sharks literally all said you could not tell the difference between this and real brie cheese. And I have not had brie cheese in probably like over 15 years. So I bought $100 worth of cheese from Shark Tank. And I'm so excited for it to come in. And I do claim this as a manifestation because I was literally just thinking probably a couple of weeks back about craving brie cheese. So I'm just saying, I'm claiming it and I can't wait for it to come in. My mother's probably laughing right now. Anyway, so sorry about that. So I hope that helped. Pearl said, hi, Kim. Hi. Shireen, oh my God, I finally caught it alive. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. I love all of you guys. Sarah Smith, how do you see your person strong with so much evidence seeing them as a victim? Use your imagination and um, you want to, why would you want to continue seeing somebody that you love be weak? Feel into their power, feel into their strength, see them strong, see them empowered, see them loving. See, that's how you want to see them. So, how you do that is you literally just do it and you stop seeing them as being a victim. So, if you mean as a victim, for example, I don't know what you mean, but if you see, okay, if you're meaning that they were always victimizing themselves emotionally, always seeing like maybe that I'm going on a tangent because I don't know if this is what you mean, but if you see them as always seeing like that the world is against them and stuff, see them as being more trusting, see them as being more confident, as being more secure. That is the part of you seeing yourself as being more trusting and more secure and not being a victim too. Um, Bree wrote, I just want to live my life and be happy and fall in love with me. That's perfect, Bree. You should do that. Vanessa, I think I said hi to you earlier. Hi. Carissa, yes, narcissist is way overused. It really is way overused because when people are in their wounds, their behavior might resemble what is known as a narcissist, but it is ridiculous. If somebody is a loving person and they are very sensitive and tender, and you can see that they love people and they love different things in their life, they are not a narcissist. It's that simple. you might be seeing somebody in their wounds, but are you in your wound? Yes, then heal yourself. See yourself as being more powerful and see them being healed while you're being healed. See yourself in power and that they're in their power. Okay. George, what if she's already said, I need to stop messaging her? We were only together 6 months. George, skip ahead and be in the end of the two of you guys loving. You have such amazing communication. Thank you for communicating. Thank you for communicating your love. Thank you for always staying in contact. Thank you for loving to express your feelings with me. I love how you're always loving to stay connected. I love that you love to make me feel so loved. Thank you for always assuring me how much I mean to you. I love our communication. I love that we're always in communication with each other. Okay, that's what you do, George. Shireen, how do you know if you work on your self concept and want to be in a happy relationship? Is it with this person or supposed to be with another person? You just listen to your soul. Who's in your soul? Is it the person or is it like I remember when I wasn't quite going so deep into the inner work, I knew what manifesting was. I had already manifested a ton of success in terms of money and different things in my life, but I wasn't quite ready for my true love, for who was in my soul, who I was created to love. And I was with the wrong people because that was just that was just my path. And so I see them as kind of expanders, showing me more of who I was, but I also knew it's like you kind of want them to be the one, but they don't quite feel like the one. That's how I can describe it. It's like, yeah, there were things that were good about it, but there was always something missing. There was always something missing. There was always a part of me that was like, this, I want this to be the one. I really, really want this to be the one, but just they just weren't the one. They were there to just put me deeper into who I truly was. And then when I got there, then I ended up, that's when I met Hannah. And then, yes, more of the fears had to come up because then it got so deep. It's like, whoa, I can't love somebody. This can't be true. Like, this is too deep. Like, I'm feeling this way too fast. Like, this couldn't be true. This person couldn't be for real. Like, this is scary because I was hurt before and love is scaring me. And the idea of committing to somebody that could hurt me because I feel so deeply and this is really going to hurt. So I really need to protect myself from this person. And so then, of course, all of the mirroring had to happen and separations happened, more than one separation. And then each time I had to like go into a deep trust, deep trust and faith and go back into my end over and over and over again. And then that's kind of how you do it. But once you know that this is your true love, you actually can't entertain anyone else, even though, okay, in the 3D, words can be said out of being childish that you don't mean. But deep down, what's in your soul is in your soul, what's in your heart is in your heart, and you just go back into the trust. And it's really that simple. Someday, I know that I'll be able to share more details and stuff because I believe that we're going to write a book together that will help you guys, but we're just not quite there yet. And that's okay. But anyway, I know that if you don't feel that this is your person and it might be another person that you're meant to be with, then listen to that and just do the inner work on yourself and then go back into the like that you have met the perfect person for you and then allow it to happen. Hi, Kim. I'm rewriting the story. Good. I'm glad. That's Jana. I know the old story is on its way out. Yes, it is. CC James. Since our coaching session, Kim, I manifested the funding for my business and more keeps rolling in. I am so incredibly proud of you. Good for you. Trusting my property will sell. Yes, it did. What did I say to you? Because this worked for me all the time. Cash offer, quick close. Cash offer, quick close. Okay. I'm so proud of you. Using the affirmations and always remember it's cut flowers. Yes, I'm so proud of you. And by the way, I saw I think it was you. It might not have been you. I think it was you saying that you had the wishbone necklace on the same day I did. So if it wasn't you, I'm really sorry. But anyway, Edson, hi guys, am I late? These are really old comments. Jenna, I was just going through this, Kim, this weekend. He has family in town and we haven't been able to have our normal chats and texts. I have become triggered and had to go within and get back on track. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Um, Classy lady, sending love. Sending love to you, classy lady. I lost track of our communication going back and forth, but I know we have a session coming up and we'll figure out. But I'm proud of you for all of the movement that you're getting with your person. And I can't wait to meet with you to hear more. Malika, at times negative thoughts just pop up when I do my imaginal acts. Okay, if the negative thoughts are popping up when you're doing your imaginal acts, just step back from it. Maybe stop doing the imaginal acts for a little while and go back into your trust in God and your self-concept work before you try to do your imaginal acts, okay? Space versus pitch. I used to feel that way with my SP so many times we were intertwined in some way, and I would look down at our arms, our legs, and wouldn't know where one of us ended and the other began. Yeah. So again, obviously I'm 52 years old, so there were other people that I was with in my life. And yeah, there were times where things felt good, but there was something of just this true oneness that when the first time that we were intertwined, it was just crazy and amazing. So, okay, Carissa. Whoa, Carissa. Sorry. Sorry. Whoa. Oh my God. I have so many comments here. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I just literally, I just lost all of the comments, so I'm scrolling back up. I am so sorry, so bear with me. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to start right here. This is the closest I could get here. Carissa, I would run if someone spoke to me that way. Um, I don't remember what I said, but I think, oh yes, I agree with you. Yes, you should run. Absolutely. Uh, Even if it's your fears creating it, that's not something that you just like, okay, like, sorry, I created this crazy person in my reality. That's kind of how I handled things, like with an ex of mine that I'm not going to be specific with, when really, really very dark things had come up. And I was just like, oh, well, yeah, that's completely unacceptable. I am sorry of this experience, but I'm all good with this. Done, like totally done. No, not even, no. Just hard no. Hard boundary. No, no, no. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mama no, hi. Hi, Kim. I love you. Love you too. That's Candela. I love you too. Wow, you look amazing. Thank you. Uh, let's see. Trying to get to a question here. Sorry, I'm skipping over some of you guys. I can't say hi to everybody because I'm like super hungry and I just want to get some questions. Whitney, Kim, the concept of trusting in time and if when inspired action is necessary. I've put the work in trust in our end, and I'm just too strict. Trust that one over time, months, years, they will reach out. Um, Sometimes, and I'm not saying for you guys, listen, guys, I've heard a lot of videos, myself included, that um, when you're inspired to reach out to your person, go ahead and reach out. But the key is that you don't worry if they don't respond or if they say something that you don't want or if you get rejected. Like if any of those things happen, you have to realize that that's part of the old story that still needs to come out. You go deep, immerse yourself in the trust in your soul. Okay. If you feel like I just don't have the confidence to reach out, then that means that you're just not in trust yet. So at the same token, how can they reach out to you if you're fearful of them? So try to do it this way. Go deep into trust and then try to imagine reaching out to them. And if you are not feeling nervous anymore, then don't necessarily take the 3D action, but imagine that that in itself is healing the connection and you're feeling safe. So you know that they're reaching out to you and just focus on them reaching out to you. Hopefully that helps. But literally you want to focus in on the end more than the middle, because if you're constantly if you guys want a life with your person, and you're so hung up on text messages and calls and no contact, then you're trying to manifest from the middle. That's where you experience the hot and cold. That's where you're going to experience the yo-yo, whether it's a yo-yo with yourself alone or even the yo-yo with them. You're not trusting in your end and you're not trusting in them. You're not trusting in God. You're trying to control every little outcome that happens in your 3D reality. You're trying to control how they respond or how you've responded, or if they're going to text you in the morning, or if why aren't they communicating back? They're not communicating back quick enough. So let me imagine them. Stop that. That is tiring. That is exhausting. That is going to create so many spirals. That's going to create you just being tired of this whole friggin' thing and wanting to give up. Okay. That's why you want to focus more on your end. In your end, the two of you guys are loving each other. You're communicating with each other. The text messages don't matter as much. Okay. Ah. Hello, Kim, Nurse Infinity. Hello, Kim, and other lovely people here. These are really old, I know. All right, I gotta stop quickly or soon, quickly. I'm too hungry. Wow. I'm sorry, you guys. I see a lot of you guys. Um um Jakara show number cheese if like that, Kim, like real cheese. Oh, Jakara's this you're having some issues with your phone. Okay. Mashup, hi Kim, is too much infrequent visualization and feeling like chasing. If you're doing visualization, yes. Okay, think of it this way. You can visualize all day in a way that's not chasing, but that's trusting. If you're feeling yourself visualizing in this desperate and needing way, like, oh, I hope this works, I hope this works, I hope this works, I don't know if it's working, that is not good. Stop doing that. Okay. If you're feeling like you're just driving and you're listening to music that makes you feel happy, I used to listen to really loving music that I would imagine that just us loving each other, holding each other to the music, maybe making love, things like that, kissing, slow dancing. And then I would just imagine driving and I would imagine us holding hands and driving together just for 2, 3 seconds. You can do things like that literally all day. But if you're doing it like, oh, I hope this is working. I hope this is working. And then you look over and you see that no, they're there and you're like, oh my God, this isn't working. I can't imagine that they're there. No, that's not going to work. Um, just think of it that you're not in trust, that you're keeping yourself in separation because you're actually not trusting in your end with them. Okay. Jakaris wrote, I'm going to stop typing now because apparently you were having a problem with your phone. Um, let's see. Brandy, yes, it's been tough. Hey, Brandy, I haven't saw you here in a while. I'm sorry it's been tough. Go into your trust. A lot of you guys are just talking to each other. Okay. Well, I love you guys. If you need me, just reach out for coaching. I hope that this video was of some service to you. And I will get a membership together soon somehow. But I am going to sign off now and enjoy my day and get some food because I'm starving. I love you so much. Comment down below that you know it's done and that you trust in your end, that you trust in God, that you know what manifestation is. Stop triggering yourself so much by staying in your 3D and wondering why you are don't wonder why you're having a hard time staying in your end if you keep checking your 3D. And you can figure it out how to stop checking your 3D. Be willing to stop checking your 3D. Be willing to stop engaging in the 3D if engaging in the 3D is triggering you too much. Okay? Just stop because you want to protect. I will protect my union and my life together with Hannah at all costs. You want to protect your relationship at all costs, even if it means not communicating in the 3D with your person. You want to be more protective of your love. Okay? So see it that way. Don't be afraid of disengaging in the 3D. Sometimes it has to happen so you can retreat back and heal, and you just trust that everything is working for you guys. Okay? All right. I love you. Have an amazing day. I will talk to you guys soon. And I am available. If you need my help, just reach out to me. I'll talk to you soon.